and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your Master of Ceremonies, David Perry.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the 2013 Autodesk Oregon Regional. Yeah. We had an awesome day of qualifying matches yesterday. I'm looking forward to another day. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to thank all the teams, all the members of the teams for your gracious professionalism yesterday. Your sportsmanship was fantastic. We had a lot of fun, and everything went really smooth. I also want to thank all of our mentors, our volunteers, our coaches. As always, this can't happen without you. First, big round of applause. First is going to be sending out an email shortly. You'll all get that in your inbox. It's a quick survey, so please let us know how things are going. Okay? We're going to get started really quick here. I want to introduce our first guest. Our first guest is the Chief Technology Officer for FLIR Surveillance. Okay? I'm going to give you a couple numbers on this guy. He's got 32 years of experience in advanced infrared systems, 17 of which have been at FLIR. He's worked for NASA, the military, commercial applications. He's got 8 patents, has authored 92 papers and 4 books. Please welcome Dr. John Miller.
Hello. Good morning first. I can smell the creativity, and it's a sweet smell because it's mixed with reason and science. Above me, you're going to see about 34 different clips of infrared images. Infrared is a wavelength of light that's further out than your eyes can see. It's longer wavelength, about a factor of 10 to factor of 20 beyond what your eyes can see. And you actually glow at these wavelengths. Now, it was discovered in 1800 by William Herschel, and a beautiful act of creativity. He was trying to mix two distinct sciences, thermodynamics and optics. And by doing this with such creativity, he discovered light beyond what our eyes can see. Scientists and engineers are incredibly creative. I believe the most creative people on the planet, because every day you have to think of something new and do something different. Artists are creative, I guess, in their own way. Certainly Picasso was the day he created Cubism. But then he spent the rest of his career just doing Cubism. As a scientist and engineer, you've got to do something different every day. I honestly don't know when I walk into my office and the phone rings what's going to happen. And I'll tell you, you really can get a creativity high, just like a runner's high. When you discover something and you realize no one else in the world knows this yet, or when you invent something that hasn't been invented before. And you have to think about something before it's invented. They had imagined the iPhone 10 years ago before they invented it. 100 years ago, Farnsworth and Baird had imagined television and then methodologically invented and engineer it. And 10,000 years ago, somebody had to figure out the wheel. Also about artists, they couldn't exist without scientists and engineers. Because 20,000 years ago, in the Neolithic times, when we didn't have farming, mankind was poor, was dirt poor, and lived a very short, harsh life. And every day, you had to scrounge for your food 8 or 10 hours a day. You didn't have time to do art. You didn't have time to do music. It wasn't until engineers invented a plow and those Neolithic biologists figured out animal husbandry and botany that farmers could become so productive that they could feed more than their family, and cities can form, and people could do other things and forage for food. Michelangelo could do David. Beethoven and Macklemore could do their music because of scientists. So scientists and engineers, thank you. So scientists and engineers lift the level of humanity. We increase the standard of living of all humanity, and we increase the standard of happiness of all humanity. Inventions allow us to do other things, be more productive at work, and do other things that we like to do. So, and with nanotechnology, biotech, and the oncoming robotics age that you're helping to create, it's going to increase. The wealth of the humanity has increased about 1% per year since the Renaissance, and about 1.5% per year since the Industrial Revolution. With the robotic revolution, it's going to increase more like 2 to 2.5% a year. So the robots are going to increase the level of happiness and the level of humanity. So, do you want to make robots? How about a robot, a nanorobot that cleans out the plaque in someone's arteries? Or a robot that operates on a person? Or how about, what I really want you to do is perfect a car that drives itself, so I don't have to sit in the driver's seat. I could be sleeping, or I could be playing chess in the passenger seat while coming here this morning. Maybe you want to do a robot that goes to another solar system and reports back on planets around another sun 500 years after you're dead. Or maybe you want something more near term, like a robot that flies and swims in Jupiter's atmosphere, or one that goes onto Io. Io's an interesting place. It's a moon of Jupiter, very, very cold. It has rocks that are ice and have been ice for billions of years. It has volcanoes. And NASA wants to send some robots there. Maybe you'll help build it. And maybe when you're building it, you'll blink your eye and an eyelash will fall on it. Or maybe you'll sneeze, or a skin mite will bite off a piece of skin and it'll fall on the robot. The robot goes to Io. It's running around Io, does its job exploring the volcanoes, and then stops. Now, a little sidebar. We got a problem on this planet. We got to get off it. The sun is going to become a red giant in a mere 3 billion years. So in about 4 billion years, it will start to engulf the Earth, and all mankind will be wiped out. But it'll be very bright and a lot of energy coming off the sun. Io will become a very nice place. Those rocks will melt. Oceans will form. Streams will form. The atmosphere will be conducive to life evolving. And there's your DNA on that robot to jumpstart it. So, microbes form. And then insects that strangely look like you. And then little animals and big animals and intelligent beings. And these intelligent beings develop agriculture, develop science and engineering, and then they have cities. And what do? They build robots. I want to thank you all in advance for elevating mankind and mankind's GDP and happiness in your future careers. Have a good competition. May the best robot win.
It's now my pleasure to bring out our judge advisor, Cynthia Stong, to introduce our judges.
Good morning. I'm going to introduce some amazing judges to you, and I would encourage you to listen carefully to see if there's any place you might want to work and which judge is working there. So I'm going to have you guys stand up and wave when I call your name. Jeannie Cornyn, Xerox. Debbie Coyne, the Boeing Company. Dan Coyne, retired recruiter. Mike Geyer, Autodesk. Sean Gilmore, Autodesk. Lee Harding, approved. Bill Hayhurst, Boeing Designs. Don Hendrickson, the Boeing Company. Chris Hogate, Platt Electric. Craig Hudson, Garmin. Noel Jolivet, Fleer. Sheila Krishnan, Hewlett-Packard. Jason Love, Wagoner Edstrom. Dwayne Melicon, Tripwire. Daniel Mendez, the Boeing Company. Deb Monroe, University of Portland. Skip Newberry, Technology Association of Oregon. And there's more. Terry Knopp, Online Newsroom. Andrew Nuxel, University of Portland. John O'Donnell, Bonneville Power Administration. We're missing Mary Packard, but she's ITT Tech. And, oh, there she is, yay! And Craig Pope, did he sneak in? Nope. Craig's a commissioner from Polk County. Valerie Ratchko, Mentor Graphics. Ginger Redlinger, John McLaughlin Elementary School principal. Paul didn't sneak in. Caitlin Sauce from Ball Janik. Oh, Andrew Steckley from Macand Energy. Brian Thomas from Adobe. John Walters, Intel. Aliza Scott from Tripwire. And my assistant, Pam Kilpatrick from Autodesk. Yay, thank you.
All right, now let's welcome back our refs, led by Rockin' Roxy Hecker. So FIRST has partnered with over about 800 universities across the country to offer scholarships. We're going to show some clips up here in just a moment. These universities and colleges across the country want you guys. They are putting up all kinds of money to bring you in to their university. They know the experience that FIRST provides. They know how valuable it is and the skills that it's building. So they are actively trying to get you to come to their universities. 800 opportunities over the past year, $16 million, and 1 out of 4 applicants received awards to over 150 different colleges and associations. So the money is out there. You need to go and look for it. There are universities here in the pits, so go and talk to those representatives, and you can find the next step in your careers. All right. Speaking of money, of course, there's the FIRST Robotics light bulbs. Yeah, they're available now. Girl Scouts have cookies. You guys have the LED dimmable light bulbs, Generation 2. Go on the website and look for those. Right? Now, let's talk about today. Okay, here's how it's going to go. We're going to have a few more rounds of qualifiers. We're going to start off by replaying one match from yesterday. That's match number 39. And then we're going to continue with qualifiers, picking up where we left off yesterday. We'll move into alliance selection, take a quick break for lunch, and then go right into the elimination rounds, ending the day with the awards. You guys ready? All right. So now, if you will all please rise for our national anthem. All right, teams, come on out and